Hey guys, Czar back with you. I was just working on some stuff here and looking to potentially take another short. So I went short, long, and short today so far. Now we've broken out after the lunch twilight zone, of course, ended around 2 o'clock, right? Which typically does right here. And now breaking out of this range where we had a triple top, became a quadruple top, but not enough of a structural break to be willing, or for me to be willing to take any kind of a trade in there. But we have this. What do we have? We have a break and a retest. That would typically be a bullish sign, given this was the impulse out and a retracement back. And I just mentioned short, but I may in fact go long here. I know that sounds strange. Put you on pause here for a moment. All right, back. So let me show you the dilemma. And it's not really a dilemma because I don't have to do anything. And that's, the beauty of trading is where you can just sit out if the hand isn't showing you everything that you want to see. Here it is. Let me explain. This might help you as well. So now we have this clearly a very bullish day. The Dow is up over 1% and 350 points right now. Impulse, right? Sideways consolidation now broken out of this resistance, rejection, and broken out to the upside. This would typically be a break and a retest, as I just mentioned to you. But let me take you to the higher time frame, and I want to show you something a little different. Here's a different picture. This is the 1 hour time frame rejection. This is several days ago now, right? This is all today. This was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday of last week, Tuesday of last week. This is Monday. This is the prior Friday of last week. This is an entire zone in through here of resistance. We've now mirrored the big drop we had last Thursday, right? Here's today, Monday, Friday, Thursday down, V bottom, mirrored back up. The mirror is completed. It's mission accomplished. If that makes sense, we're now getting a blue candle on the 1 hour chart. I'm going to drop you down to the 30-minute chart, blue candle. So far, right? 15-minute, the 10-minute is now done. New 10-minute breaking support. This is where I'm going to take a short, and I'm actually going to do it right now as we're speaking. Sell right now, market. I actually didn't get a great entry on that because I was delayed in explaining things, but that's fine. I don't worry about that. I think this move is going to be can be fairly significant. Just over on my own platform, entered, and did not get the greatest fill. But I'm going to live with it. Watching together. Taking you back now to this. Now this could absolutely be a break and a retest and go significantly higher, but I think this is going to really struggle now given that we have that overhead resistance. Notice how the NASDAQ, now we're trading the Dow today, which is over here, right? Notice how the NASDAQ has made a double top. Both of them had rejection wicks on the 1 minute chart. It's only the 1 minute. I don't place a whole lot of stock in that, but it counts. Here's a 2B reversal, right? This is a rejection wick on the S&P. Another one broke and closed, by the way, above, and then rejection wicks. And now we have the Dow that we're actually in on a short right now, and then back to VWAP to see how this thing plays out. I'm asking a lot, given that this thing is already fairly extended down. But this is what we're dealing with. The higher time frame is God in this relationship, right? So the 1 hour takes precedent over the 1 minute. If you're micro scalping, you better be watching what the 1 minute's doing, because it'll pull you in and out of trades and chop you up to no end. But you get the idea, I hope, around what I'm saying here. All right, bring you back now also to the main trading screen. This is the 10-minute chart. If you watch my videos, that I've spent a lot of time with the 10-minute chart. It is a friend of mine, if you will. This is the 1 minute chart on the right hand side. So the same time frame as the VWAP chart that I've been showing you. This is a 13 EMA instead of a 20 EMA. I just happen to be working on something else, but it doesn't matter what the period is within reason. So I'm going to leave that on there. We're going to negotiate this together. Watching this play out now. My order, I'm going to just find out what this is. 34, 232. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest entry. 232. I'm way down here, guys. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. This is my entry, so it was actually not a very good entry at all, as you can see. But so far, still working out just fine. One minute chart. This higher time frame stuff you see on the left hand side is so compelling that the poor entry that I got really doesn't bother me very much at all. I prefer perfect entries, and I often get really good entries, but this is the nature of the game. When you see something materialize, sometimes you just need to jump on it. I don't mean in an emotionally reactive way, but just taking advantage of something that you've seen many, many times, and staying with it. Let's take a closer look at this 10-minute. Going to extend that profit target all the way down to here. 34,179, 34,179. That's big. You'll see how big it is now when you look at it on the 1 minute chart. See that there? Alright, so it's playing around a little bit here, and that's fine. There are normally several tests of a area like this, especially after such a great deal of interest in the bullish case. This is the 5 minute. I think I said the 1 minute. I just realized in my head that I think I said the 1 minute earlier. This is the 5 minute chart, of course, on the right hand side, guys. That's why it's only 2 candles for every one of these, right? This is 10. This is 1. 5. Yeah, I just did it again. 10 minute and 5 minutes. So 2 candles for each one of those. The 1 minute, of course, is this one here. These three trades were all discovered and traded on the 1 minute chart, right? Which I sometimes do, especially in sideways action like this. But my normal big picture setup is this: a chart on the left and a chart on the right. Sometimes it's a 30 here and a 1 minute here, or a 30 and a 5, or a 10 and a 1, or a 10 and a 5. Today's a 10 and a 5, because those are the candles that are making the most sense to me, to keep me out of the mess, but to also to participate in the structure. All right, I'm going to put you on pause so you don't have to sit through this grind, and I'll bring you back as things materialize. Pause now. And guys, we're back. Just watching this thing starting to push down now a little bit. We're going to stay true. See if we can get that follow through we're looking for here. It's important to note that this has been a sequential wave uptrend, right? There's every reason to believe that this will actually rally from here and blow right through, because it has been so bullish today with this. This is again the 10-minute chart. This massive impulse wave, corrective, impulse, corrective, and it started to fail. We did get that new high, but impulse and corrective, impulse, corrective, impulse is perfectly acceptable, right? Well, we're quote betting on is the idea that we have some very serious overhead resistance here that might change, that may in fact change that path of least resistance and reverse it to down. And our bet is down. And I use that term bet very lightly, but I think those of you who watch my videos, my mental game playlist, will know exactly what I mean by that. This is the coin flip of trading, the coin toss of trading, right? We flip the coin, we've called heads with a slight edge over time, and we're willing to risk 1 to make 1.5 in this case, 1.47, round it up. And that's what we're doing here. Watching. Driving down, guys. Here we go. Patient, patient, patient. I know it's hard to sit with it. If you're in the situation, you want to take it now, don't you? I understand it. Amateurs take profits early. I'm not calling you an amateur, by the way. This is a human condition. You might be trading 30 years, but be an amateur in this moment. In other words, behaving as if you're a newbie to the mental game. And, I know countless traders who 10, 15, 20 years into the game are still newbies when it comes to the mental game. And unfortunately, the mental game is the real game, right? It's the real game of trading, as you've heard me say many, many times. Staying faithful here, guys, to the method. It's 2:28. Actually, 2:29 in 2 seconds. So one more 1 minute candle to get us to to get us to 230. The half hour and the 15-minute turnover tends to have some activity in it. You'll see this thing pop. Let's just watch it together, actually. So 43 seconds left, and I think you'll see what I mean. It won't be aggressive necessarily, but I think you'll see a little something. Watch it happen here. 30 seconds left. So we're flipping to the half hour. The reason that happens is because that's when the 10-minute candle and the 15-minute candle finishes at the same time. The 5-minute candle, the 1-hour candle, the 2-hour candle. 15 seconds. We have a nice drive down now. Here we go. We could finish this thing in the next 10 seconds or so. I would like that. Oh, or we can go the other way is what I was about to say. And sure enough, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Watch now. Watch now. New candle. Pop up. We'll get an upper wick here, which we now have. Or a white candle. Let's take everything way back up to the top again. That's okay too. Now we want the flip and then the push down. Let's see if we can get it. Watching together. It's a 53-point move. Watching. Patiently. Very hard to do sometimes when you've got this nice move that's already happened. I would like to take it off the table now. I have the same impulses, guys. That's the newbie impulse, and I get them every single trade. I just learn to manage them over time, and that's what my mental game playlist is all about, the psychological side of aspect of trading, which is so critical. If you haven't listened to it, I encourage you to listen to at least the top 5 or 6 videos in the mental game playlist, top to bottom, and watch them over and over again, ideally on a weekly basis. Some traders I know who I work with will watch some of the videos or watch or listen to the videos every day. Most of them have only one slide. They're just a nice picture of a house or a landscape or something, or an ocean, so that you can really focus on just the words and what they mean. But critical to your success of trading. Faithful now, patiently. You have no idea how badly I want to just move this marker up to there and take this, but I'm not going to. I am going to move this stop to break even. Stop to break even now. It's a no lose situation. I'm going to stay with it. Faithfully. This video is 18.5 minutes long already, guys. I apologize for that. Can't unfortunately tell the market what to do. You could listen to it on 1.5 speed or something like that. My voice might sound a little more abnormal than it already does, but I'll leave that with you. We need another push here, guys. One more push can do this. Watching. Risking 1 to make 1.5 for 1.5 R. One more. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take 50 points on this, 50 even points if we can. Nothing wrong with that, guys. There's a saying we used to say at Merrill Lynch. There it is. Done. Is don't be a dick for a tick, right? My friend Tom Hugard likes to say the same thing, and it's an old saying, but it's the truth. So 1.4 is a 1.4 to R, 1.39. Oh, and there we go. We actually hit the original target. Great trade, guys. Thanks for being with me on this. Your patience appreciated. 20-minute video. We will talk to you soon. Have a great night. Take care.